This is Damien, Jamaica Centre Back, and you're watching Television TV. Like, subscribe, comment, support the page below.
Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to Edivision TV, the channel where we look at sports differently. Remember, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. If you're a regular and you're not yet subscribed, please do the same. Right? Okay, so Reggae Boyz versus British Virgin Islands. Should be a walk in the park, right? Yes, so the boys are currently in BVI, as you guys know. Going through the paces, had their final training session today, and looking decent. No addition to the squad as far as I know. No late injury to report. Everything looks good. The vibes in the camp looks good, and we are expecting another 3 points come Saturday. Now, coming off the two performances in the Unity Cup, we expect the Reggae Boyz to continue this versus a weak BVI team, right? So I'm expecting a pretty straightforward victory, right? The bigger test will come in the Guatemala game at home June 10th at the National Stadium. So get your tickets for that, and let's get ready to fill up the stadium. Alright, no more long talking. Not going to the corner flag with the ball. Alright, so this team, this is my potential 11 to face BVI away, right? And I was a little bit tempted to change up the team drastically. We're playing a weaker opposition. This is a time, you could change up the team. We could give players like Isaac Hayden a rest. We know his condition, we know how important he is to the team. We don't want to lose that number 6 anytime soon. So we could give the likes of Hayden a rest. Who else could get a rest? Lembikisa maybe needs a rest. Didn't have the best game in the second game versus Nigeria. He was roasted a bit on that side, which led to his substitution in that game. So there are a few changes that we could make to the team. We could enter Ravel. We expect BVI to sit back a whole lot, and we need that creator. We need somebody to really pull the strings in midfield and play forward passes and try to break the line. We might need a runner as well. So, but like I said, let's look at the 11 that I selected. In goal, Andre Blake. I think he should make his return. Davis, to be honest, had a pretty decent first game. A little bit more difficult in the second game for me. Overall, I think at times he looked a little bit nervous. I don't know why, but World Cup qualifiers, we expect to have our captain back. So Andre Blake definitely in goal. Right back, I mentioned the form of Lembikisa, but I'll still give him another run out in this one. More experience than Kyle Ming. Yes, Latibodier could also come in. People crying for Latibodier for right back, but I'm going to start Lembikisa once again. Centre back pairing, I'm going with Richard King. Dropping out Holgate for this one. Nana should make his return to the starting 11. So Damon Lowe should partner King. I think King did well enough to earn another starting spot. He didn't really do nothing bad to come out of this starting 11. So kudos to King. Left back, the ever stable, ever reliable Amari Bell. In midfield, not changing a thing, Palmer, Hayden, and John Russell. Palmer would play that creative role at the number 10. But if he's not cutting it, we have a Ravel to come on. I don't think Casey Palmer would need to play 60 minutes in this one. Hopefully we can get Ravel on for 45 minutes. So hopefully we can wrap up the game by halftime to then give Ravel a 45 minutes under his belt against a weak opposition, so we can really see, where he is at. Up top, not changing a thing. Cephas, Burrell, Dixon, all young players that should not be tired. Yes, there's Gray there's Leon Bailey, but those players are good to come off the bench, I believe, in this one. Again, those players can also get 45 minutes if we wrap up this BVI team by half time. Warner Brown could possibly start as well for Burrell, but for me, I think this team deserves one more game together before we start to really trouble the team. The Guatemala definitely will have a lot more changes. We're at home against a tougher opposition. We expect some of the more regulars to be added to the starting 11. But for me, a BVI weaker team, we can go with the same team pretty much. So unity is still there, people. So apart from Holgate and Davis missing out, it's as you were from the Unity Cup. Alright, folks. So 4-3-3. Again, Andre Blake, Dexter Lembekisa, King, Lowe, Bell, Russell, Hayden, Palmer, and up top, Cephas, Burrell, and Dixon. Alright, folks. So this is my starting 11 for the game against BVI. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And before I run off, by now many people would have seen or heard about this situation. I'm just going to play it right now. What Liam Bailey had to say. He was on a channel, very popular vlogger, and so person saw the video. So I'm just going to leave you guys with this little clipping, and you tell me your thoughts. He was talking to Javanese and a few other persons. So I'm not going to comment on it. I'm just going to drop it here, and you just let me know. So
que se lo convido for now. And I go. Yeah. Danny boy. Body now.
Amongst the big baller,
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Love come a camera. Look fast, come a camera every time. No. Load my camera.